Dr. Hamilton is in her 4th year on PetMe by Dr. Hamilton, a reality show on ABC Baltimore every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Because of her great staff, her many years of experience, her special gift of seeing eye fingers, her passion for surgery, and of course, her TV show, PetMe, she has grown to be one of the top practices offering futuristic medical practices for pets from technology that only a few have. She's the fastest emerging grown company in the nation that deals with veterinary medicine. Because of the growth, she has a vision to complement her practice with a brand new pet hospital like no other in the country that she has plans on beginning in 2022. Ambulances with technicians to prep the animal before being seen on the way to their hospital. Not to mention the difficulty of managing transportation for larger pets. Rooms for the owners to stay in with their fur baby, complete with bathroom, bed, and much, much more. That's why she's asked as many veterinarians who do surgery to watch this show tonight. She wants to offer the right person the opportunity to own a piece of not only their practice, as well as anything else that is built and marketed for veterinary medicine, like she does with her own personal brand of supplements. Privately labeled and produced with only ingredients her patients needed and the quantities that they needed. Or her DNA testing options for running the animal's background and propensities for other options in the future. Or the hospital that we will build. They also need to love what they do and do it well. They will have a dream team staff seasoned to practice in a Disney-esque fashion to lead to new heights. A reasonable work week so there can be another life to live besides work. And a pay package too incredible to talk about on air. She will spend oodles of time speaking to the new leader as to her philosophy in practicing veterinary medicine and use her many years of experience in surgery to help make their hands like her hands. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for someone to shine in their career, earn unbelievable amounts of money, and truly be unlimited in a chance to work and grow other aspects of veterinary medicine through this venue. They have a chance to work with not only the best people, but with the newest and modern technology. So she would like you to call if you fit this bill and are looking for what you've dreamed about all your life. Call this number for a confidential appointment to chat about your future. I'm sure that several times a week you hear the chatter about the subject of the American dream. The two questions always asked as a result of this chatter are, do you think the American dream is still alive? And do you think the American dreamers are alive as well? In our sweet US of A. After you hear the yeses and nos and the passionate reason for each answer, you still will walk away somewhat confused until you ask Dr. Karen Hamilton the question. Dr. Karen Hamilton, a veterinarian that loves surgery, has a very special gift called seeing eye fingers. A gift given to her hands that almost allows her to speak to the animals during her exam. So she catches many, many things that others leave out. She thinks the American dream is very much alive, and she is the poster image of that American dreamer. After decades of building successful practices with other veterinary partners, she decided to go it alone. With the encouragement of her peers, her friends, and family, and after all the "you are crazies" from her peers, her friends, and her families, she decided to take the plunge and risk it all anyhow. But this time, it wasn't that simple. This time, she, and only she, was responsible for it all.
I started this hospital 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago now. I was really scared. I was getting a little bit older and thought, well, I live near Annapolis, but in Annapolis has people that have their veterinarian and they're really glued to their veterinarian, and they should be. Because once you establish a relationship with them, then you should learn to love them, trust them, and connect with them. You know, it was a little risky to take this jump and open up Annapolis Veterinarian Wellness, but I did it. I've been in practice already 20 some years, and it's gonna be in a tiny little quaint location, but I'm gonna keep it clean, and I'm gonna open my door to everyone to let them see. So I opened. I sort of had to start fresh, almost fresh. I had a lot of clients that did follow me. Don't get me wrong, I did, but not enough to support what I had put into this practice. So I kind of struggled for a year.
You can equate it to all your life walking a tightrope with a net, and all of a sudden you're asked to walk that tightrope without a net. But she believed in the American dream, and she believed in herself. And after several hundreds of thousands of dollars, her dream practice was built. Complete with all the technology you might find in large practice hospitals. As a matter of fact, she was one of the first practices to offer stem cell procedures in Maryland through what is called a PRP machine.
We also have a platelet-rich plasma machine that also does stem cells as well. So we can extract stem cells from a dog, from their bone marrow, from a ligament that's right underneath their rib cage here. It's called the falciform ligament. Or we can take platelet-rich plasma. We just draw a lot of blood from an animal and we spin it down through several processes through this machine. We have the #1 machine in the world that I know of, and we're one of the very few practices in Maryland that owns this machine. We can take that platelet-rich plasma and get it to where it's just a few cc's and inject it right into a bad joint. So if they're limping on their right wrist, left hip, sore, wherever they are sore, you can inject platelet-rich plasma right into that joint. And what that is platelet-rich plasma has platelets in the plasma which have growth factors which help and stimulate the body to renew their cartilage and their vessels. And you can inject it into muscles, ligaments, tendon injuries, but it's most commonly used in osteoarthritis. So that's where we like to use it, but it does regenerate. It's a regenerative therapy, all natural, holistic, fantastic for the pet, fantastic for the owner because they see results almost immediately and it's natural. Can you imagine having a dog that you've had for its whole life, 11 years, and now used to bound around and chase after the ball and the squirrels, and now you see him or her wincing when they stand up and barely being able to move at first and slowly walking out of it, but it just breaks your heart. It just makes you want to cry with them. And what do? Pump them with drugs, pump them with drugs. We have a new therapy, platelet-rich plasma, that's regenerative. It has growth factors. We can put it right into the joint and help them to feel better almost immediately. So that's the way to go.
Cold laser therapy so pets can heal faster. Thermo heat machines to pinpoint and accurately treat the troubled areas affecting the pet. Laser cutting tools instead of scalpels, which make a cleaner cut, less bleeding, and an easier recovery. Yep, Dr. Hamilton made sure, by sparing no expense, to build a practice for pets that would be ready for almost any client with almost any pet. When the doors opened, it was just Dr. Hamilton and one technician, and her 2 teenage children who would help wherever they could. As they waited for the first call, Dr. Hamilton, while very proud of what she had just accomplished, was also very nervous. Who wouldn't be? With every moment that passed, the clear sky ahead soon was seasoned with clouds. Then the phone rang, and an appointment was made. The excitement was off the charts. Then the second appointment was made, and then a walk-in patient at the end of the day. That was enough to make her feel great about what she had decided to do. As the weeks went by, at the end of each week, Dr. Hamilton opened up her checkbook, but instead of making a deposit, she was withdrawing funds to keep the practice open. Something she expected to do for a short period of time. Soon, like anything else you do over and over again, each week becomes a ritual. And after 1 year and few months, this ritual looked more like a sacrifice at the altar. But she kept working each day, 80 hours a week, slowly building a following. Her spirit, determination, and perseverance, along with her talents, started paying off. She still opened her checkbook, but not as often, and for less of a withdrawal as well. Things were looking better, but she needed more. One day, Dr. Hamilton got a call and was asked to star in a TV pet reality show.
I got a phone call one day saying, hey, this company wants to come in and shoot a reality TV show. And I said, no, we're not interested in that. No way would we be interested in that. And they said, well, they really want to do it, and there's a couple more details. And I said, okay, well, we'll interview. So I interviewed, and I loved the producer, and I loved the staff, and I ended up shooting the reality TV show. The whole idea was, we're cleaner, we let people come back, we have nothing to hide. We let you come and see what your dog is going through, what your cat is going through, what your little pocket pet is going through, and we let you be with them through the entire experience of coming to the veterinarian. My business was killing me. As soon as we got this TV show, boom, all of a sudden, old clients that I hadn't seen in 20-some years started, Dr. Hamilton, there she is, she's in Annapolis. So they came running, and other clients that saw. So then Annapolis Veterinary and Wellness got crazy busy, and people were coming in, I want to see the lady with the seeing eye fingers, you know, see? Just kidding. And so we just got crazy busy. All these people were coming in and I could not keep up for a while there. I mean, I was here 7 days a week and it was just me. I was the only doctor and I had like 1 tech, 2 techs maybe. They would split the shift. I was working so many hours, so much time.
She thought it was a joke, but she was intrigued enough to follow it up, and as a result of that meeting, she ended up with her own TV reality show on ABC Baltimore, which is now in her 4th year. But there was yet another decision she had to make. While the producer paid for most of the show, Dr. Hamilton was required to pay a percentage which amounted to a few $1,000s a week. There were no guarantees. Once again, she felt without something else to bring in clients, she didn't know how long she was going to be able to keep the doors open. But she did it. Well, in 3 months into the show, people from all over Baltimore and Annapolis started calling in and making appointments. They wanted the vet with the seeing eye fingers. Now, into her 4th year on the show, her practice has 6 technicians, 2 doctors, and 2 receptionists to handle the over 100 phone calls that come in each and every day.
And then boom, COVID hit. Scared. Everyone was scared. No one knew what it was. So we closed. Then we realized, okay, this isn't going to go away, right? You know, today or tomorrow. So we reopened, but with restrictions. We made arrangements to try and make our clients feel more comfortable during this time because it's curbside. It's curbside for veterinary. It's curbside for Walgreens or drugstores. It's curbside for restaurants. It's curbside for anything that you want now. You don't have to have contact with anyone. But we know that our relationship isn't just with your baby, not just with your dog or your cat. It's with you as well. So we made it so that you would feel a little bit more Disney-esque. I'm not going to tell you what these things are, but let me tell you, it's an experience that you'll never, ever, ever find at any other veterinary curbside. We're the only ones that are providing these services. When you bring your pet into us, that's what we do. And we just try to make it special for you and for your baby, because we know how much you love your baby and we do too.
She has just recently added some things to her arsenal of personalized products that would make a difference to the owner and their pet. Things like her own personal brand she created with the most prestigious manufacturer in the country with oversight of the FDA. Supplements for your pets that make a difference in your pet's life, called Synovet.
Dogs need supplements. They're little bodies, little beings just as well. They have systems, skin, hair. They have all the immune systems, all the things that we have. So I thought, this is what we need. My dogs, my clients' dogs need supplements. They need omega-3 fatty acids for their skin, their hair, their coat. They need a multivitamin to keep their immune system stimulated and strong. They need, some of them that have issues need glucosamine for their joints and their cartilage to heal it and make it so that they don't ache every morning when they wake up, these older dogs and even some of the cats. So what I did was I went into research mode and I started looking around for a company that would do a really high quality supplement. Because the problem with supplements is they're not regulated. You can walk into CVS and buy a glucosamine and it might have glucosamine in it, at the quantity that it says, but it might not. FDA doesn't regulate it, so you don't know if you're getting the right stuff. The other thing is, it might not be bioavailable to the body. So even you might eat it and it goes right through out the other end. So you just bought water that just washed right through your body. You got no benefit whatsoever from that supplement. And there's not really a regulating force on supplements to tell us. So what I decided to do is I need to find a company that does have a regulating force, that's extremely clean, that has the highest of standards. So I went from California to the farthest East Coast, and I finally found a company that has even FDA regulations on their supplements, and that's the company I chose. So I called them, I said, I'd like to speak with a chemist, a nutritionist, and I'd like to get together and I'd like to formulate a couple supplements that I think would benefit my pets that I have in my practice, because I had seen so many of my own clients' pets that just ate at my heart every night thinking, what can I do for their skin that's better than what we're giving? What can I do for their joints to make them not ache? What can I do for them as puppies to start them out with everything they need? So I formulated these particular supplements, and this supplement is the only supplement with these ingredients in the entire world. I made them specifically. It has my name on it, my stamp of approval, the chemist stamp of approval, the nutritionist stamp of approval, and the FDA stamp of approval, which very few supplements have that. So this is for your pet. This is top notch. This is going to be great.
Dr. Hamilton doesn't want you to spend any money needlessly on your pet's wellness, especially during COVID. So she will send you one free month of your specific supplement. That's right, absolutely free, to see if it makes a difference for your pet. Less than 10% has seen no improvement, which means that 90% has. So it is likely to make a difference in your pet, her patients. For that reason, Dr. Hamilton doesn't want you to lose any momentum in your pet. So, Dr. Hamilton will include up to a 6-month supply at a discounted rate which depends on your pet's weight. Call her office at 410-224-6624 to get the price and to be a part of our automatic refill family of pets. If during that month you see little improvement, just send back the supply and you will have paid nothing for the trial. You owe it to your pet.
And it's working beautifully. So I'm just challenging everyone out there. If you're on a supplement, put your dog on a supplement. If you're not on a supplement, get on one and put your dog on a supplement too. It works.
And also DNA testing to know more about their past and predictive future health from your pet's bloodline. And portraits of your pet and whoever else you want in the picture. But the difference is we capture the essence of your pet's personality. If you don't see it in the portrait, you don't need to buy it. It's true that veterinarians are very special people taking care of very special pets.
An ode to our veterinary heroes. Are they big and tall, or are they short and small? Can they hit a home run? Do they like to have fun? It's hard to say. Maybe they can play a song, or to a club they may belong. It's hard to say. What kind of car do they drive? Something fancy? Something nice? Do they always wear seatbelts and helmets when they bike? It's hard to say. What I can say for sure is when my pet needs a cure, we load Buddy in the car and we take him to the doctor. But it's not like humans. It's not a doctor, it's a vet. A man or woman soaked in slobber with a stethoscope around their neck. They don't wear ties or suits, golden chains or silly hats. But instead they wear lab coats and scrubs, decked out in dogs and cats. And when we arrive, we go straight to the front desk. The receptionist gives Buddy a treat and tells us that we're next. And just like me at the doctor, Buddy starts to feel afraid. All these posters and magazines asking, has your pet been neutered or spayed? Luckily for him, that was done years ago. And today is just a checkup, checking his eyes, ears, and throat. But this I do know, if something was seriously wrong, the vet would do anything to make our pup strong. You see, real heroes don't wear silly boots and capes. They wear paw-printed lab coats and play with dogs, cats, hedgehogs, and even snakes. And with that kind of heart, they should be on TV, do interviews and movies, be on the covers of magazines. But that's not why they work, not for the glory or for the fame. It's not for the luxury or a notable name. They do it for us, for our families, for our pets. They do it for love and compassion. They're heroes. They're vets.